Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to my lecturer and my fellow friends. My name is Muhammad Hafiz Zikri, and this is our Checkers Pizza group presentation, and I hope everyone can listen and understand what we are presenting. Assalamualaikum.
The dataset given is for Checkers Pizza. We noted demand for Checkers Pizza Y equals to QD, price for Checkers Pizza X1 equals to PC, income X2 equals to IN, price for A1 Pizza X3 equals to PA, and lastly price for Big Mac Burger X4 equals to PB. From this slide, we can see the potential relationship that this dataset can have. Y equals to the function of X1, X2, X3, and X4. Or we can say it like QD equals to the function of PC, IN, PA, and PB.
This is the graph that we can obtain from the dataset. For graph quantity demand versus price of Checkers Pizza, there is negative relationship between these two variables. This relationship is as we expected because it follows the law of demand. Next, there is negative relationship between income and demand for Checkers Pizza. This relationship is not as we expected because if the income increase, the demand for Checkers Pizza should be increased. So, we can conclude that the Checkers Pizza is inferior in the pizza industry. In this graph, we can see that price of A1 pizza has positive relationship with demand for Checkers Pizza. This relationship is as we expected because A1 Pizza is one of the competitors for the Checkers Pizza. For the last graph, between price of Big Mac Burger and demand for Checkers Pizza, it has a positive relationship. This relationship is as we expected because Big Mac Burger was one of the substitute good for the Checkers Pizza. This is the regression analysis that we can obtain from the dataset using Microsoft Excel. The most important thing in this table is the coefficient value. We can derive the demand equation for Checkers Pizza using the coefficient value.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Ikhwan. Okay, from the regression analysis that we got, we can write a demand equation. Okay, for demand equation is Y equals to negative 347.79 minus 194.84 x1 plus 0.075 x2 plus 174.66 x3 plus 81.62 x4. Okay, and then for consistency, PC and Y, sign for variable x1 in the equation is consistent with trendline produce. So x1 equals to negative 195.84 and it was negative trendline. Okay, next for IN and Y, consistency. Sign for variable x2 in the equation is not consistent with trendline produce. So x2 equals to 0.075 and we got negative trendline. And then for PA and Y consistency, sign for variable x3 in the equation is consistent with trendline produce. So x3 equals to 174.66 and then it was positive trend line. So for PB and Y consistency, sign for variable x4 in the equation is not consistent with trend line produced. So x4 equals to 81.62 and it was positive trend line. Next, for demand curve equation, all the variable are constant except PC. So the equation is y equals to 3502.070 minus 195.84 PC. And next, for inverse demand curve equation. So for inverse demand curve equation, we got x1 equals to 17.89 minus 0.0051 QD. Okay.
Here is the graph of inverse demand function. We substitute the value of y, which is quantity demand, into the inverse demand equation that we have obtained from previous slide to get the new x1, which is price of Checkers Pizza, to plot in the graph. Here is the interpretation of coefficient. For variable x1, which is price of Checkers Pizza, when price of Checkers Pizza increases by 1 ringgit, the quantity demand will decrease by 195.8444451 units. For x2, which is household income, when household income increases by 1 ringgit, the quantity demand will increase by 0.0747366619 units. For x3, which is price of A1 pizza, when price of A1 pizza increases by 1 ringgit, the quantity demand will increase by 174.662497. For x4, when price of Big Mac burger increases by 1 ringgit, the quantity demanded will increase by 81.6187603 units. This slide shows the expected quantity demand. We obtain this information by substituting the first row of data into the demand equation to get the expected equation of demand. The equation of quantity demand is negative 347.7943627 minus 195.8444451 plus 0.07473666 plus 174.662497 plus 81.6187603. The price of Checkers Pizza is 8.65, while the household income is 25,500. The price of A1 burger is 10.55, while the price of Big Mac burger is 1.25. The quantity demanded is 1,808.647281.
Price elasticity of demand. The formula is differentiate of QC with respect to PC, then multiply by PC over QD. The final answer that we get is negative 0.936642. Since EP is less than 1, we can say that the demand for Checkers Pizza is inelastic. So, for every 1% unit of change in price of PC, a 0.936642% unit of demand PC will change. The importance is the manager can decide the most suitable price for the goods to regain more profits and revenue. For cross elasticity of demand, we use EXY for A1 pizza and EXACT for Big Mac burger. The formula for EXY is differentiate of QC with respect to PA, then multiply by PA over QD. For EXACT formula is differentiate of QC with respect to PB, then multiply by PB over QC. For both, the final answer is we can get that EXY and EXACT is more than 0. Since it's more than 0, so A1 pizza and Big Mac burger are substitute for the pizza Checkers. The importance is the manager can measure the effect of price of change for Checkers pizza on the demand for A1 pizza and Big Mac burger, or the other way around.
Next, income elasticity of demand, EM. EM is equal to the differential of QC over the differential of QC in terms of IN times IN over QC. EM equals to 0.074736 times 25500 over 1808.647281. EM equal to 1.053706. EM, we can see that EM is larger than 1. The interpretation that we can get, since EM is more than 1, Checkers pizza are normal luxury goods. Since Checkers pizza are normal luxury goods, managers can use EM as indicators of future prediction pattern to guide investment decision. Lastly, we will look at focus demand for Checkers pizza. Focus demand equals to y hat plus minus 2 times SEE. Y hat is equals to 1808.6473 and SEE equals to 34.7164. Y hat minus 2 SEE equals to 1739.214481 and Y hat plus 2 SEE equals to 1878.0801. The conclusion that we can get is we are 95% confident that the true value of Y will be between 1739.21 and 1878.08. The first data set for quantity demand of Checkers pizza is 1773, lies within the range. So we can conclude that the demand is in the expected range. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for listening to our presentation. I hope everyone can understand what we are presenting. That is all for us, and I wish everyone a very good day. Thank you.